Welcome, Domain Dave from cheapwinefighter.com. Another wine review. This is the first of our holiday special bubbly wines, selection numero uno. And the name of the wine is Las Dos Brut Cava. Las Dos means both in Spanish. This is from the Penedès area of northeastern Spain, which is the Catalonia district, and Barcelona. Champagne is in kind of northern interior of France, kind of. Paris is the big city somewhat nearby, so that's Paris bubbles. This is Barcelona bubbles. And they use the three indigenous grapes that they've always used. I think Cava's been around since like 1860, where Champagne's been around since the late 1600s, so they got a little bit of a head start on it. And they're made the same way, second fermentations in bottle. And this Las Dos is from Winebow. They're a major importer. They're really I have a link to their website on the cheapwinefighter.com website, and they have a terrific portfolio. And the reason it's called Las Dos or both, because the label has, actually it's an excellent label for a bubbly. It's a view from above of two dancers. Looks like ballroom dancers. He might have tail. She has the dress that flows out, and her dress actually has glitter. It's actually glitter is embossed onto the label. And it's all done in kind of a romantic style from maybe 1910, 1915 looking type of thing. So for a package for a bubbly that should sell about $12, it's really nice. And Cava, like I said, Cava is in the same kind of price category as Prosecco, but it's Prosecco Charmat method, and this is the traditional method. I'll go into that because we're going to do a bunch of bubblies, but there is differences, though they're both good. I'm going to take a sip. This one's got a little bit of a huskier taste. There's a little bit of weight behind the flavors of it. And it's got really good acidity. It kind of rolls and rolls with acidity. Sometimes inexpensive cavas can kind of have acidity that bites. This one doesn't. This one is very easy to sip. And when I was tasting it the first time, I thought this would be perfect for tapas. Spanish cheeses, some kind of, some kind of a sausage tray, or little small dishes, or even cold shrimp. This has enough body to it that it can stand up to food. Some bubblies are just light and just you sip them and that's it. That's what they do, and they do it well. But this one will actually kind of ask you to put some food on the table when you drink this one. And that's not such a bad deal at all. I'm going to take another sip because it tastes great. Cava is kind of all Cava and all champagnes are kind of made in the same formula. And I'm going to take a sip. We'll get into that a little bit. And there's a certain way it's made. Now, actually speaking, the first fermentation, where the flavor comes from, that's where the house style is. How they ferment the initial grapes and what they do. I think this one is a stainless steel. I think the three different Makiba. I feel like I'm not going to Perolata, Zarlo, Macabeo. There we go. The three indigenous grapes they use. That's been in Cava forever. They do each one of them. They ferment each of them separately. Then they blend them together and age them a little bit. Then they pour them in each wine bottle. Add sugar, yeast, and 10 months later you got Cava. And then they age it for a little bit more after they take all the yeast and everything out of there too. But that's how they do it. So all the tricks of the trade are in the first fermentation, where they make it in the house style. And this is non-vintage. They want every single year to taste the same. So they blend different vintages together to get the same thing every year. They want if you like it, you're going to want to go back next year, and you're going to get the exact same thing. Now, we'll probably do a couple of vintage cavas coming up, and that's a whole other story. We'll talk about that another time, too. But Cava is kind of interesting. It's kind of well priced. They've been doing it most of these. I think the This one's been around for maybe 20 years, but like the oldest ones are 1890s, the Cava houses. They've been doing it for a while, and it's tried and true method. I'm going to take another sip. This is a tasty little, it's like good bubbles are so easy to drink. Yeah, it's well-made bubbly. It's on the classy side. I mean, when it's well-made and this is brut, it's dry. It doesn't get sweet or cloying, but it doesn't get harsh or bite. Yeah, this is nice bubbles. This is for the holidays, $12. The label looks great. Even went through I know the packaging shouldn't be the reason you buy a wine, but it actually informs you what's in the bottle. And I think this one does a good job of doing this kind of like ballroom dancing, glitter in the bottle, the couple spinning in perfect unison. This is a seamless blend. I mean, they're telling you what's in there by the label, and this works this time. So I'm okay with that. You don't want it to be all label, no wine. This one, the label goes hand in hand with the wine, and it looks good. I like it. This is a good start. I mean, we've done a couple of bubblies recently, but the holiday season doesn't start till November. So this is the first of our cheapwinefighter.com holiday bubbly selection, and it's a good one. It's the Las Dos Brut Cava non-vintage, the both. And that's it for me, Domain Dave, cheapwinefighter.com. Now we have a bunch of stuff coming up. Usually for Thanksgiving, you get a lot of Pinot Noirs and Rieslings and that type of thing, and maybe some Beaujolais, and we'll be doing that for Thanksgiving, and we'll try to do a selection of maybe a little upscale, a little bit affordable, because this is year maybe affordable and good is the way to go. So adios, keep it cheap. And, like us, we like your podcast, and I'll be talking to everybody in a couple of days by the weekend or during the weekend. So adios, bye-bye. Stay safe and warm. Bye.